Wilds, Michael Wilds. He's an immigration attorney, and we also actually have Christopher Oliveira, Staff Lieutenant for the Texas Highway Patrol. We had some technical issues, but we do have him. Thank you so much for both of you to be on here. I want to get to this. Lieutenant Oliveira, you deal with this every day. What did you make of the House Republicans' visit? Did it send the right message? And do you think that that message will be heard?
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me on. So I was present when the speaker was there, of course, with the other congressional members. Now, I can tell you for a fact, look, for the last 3 years, Texas, we've been at the forefront of this border situation. With all the resources that we've been using, the billions of dollars of Texas taxpayer money that's been used to fund border operations, we've seen numerous visits from numerous congressional members. I think right now we need to move past all the conversations, all the talk, and actually have some type of action in place. Now, of course, it's always good to have members on both sides, regardless of the political party, to see what's happening at the border, to talk to local business owners, to talk to ranchers, law enforcement, to get a firsthand knowledge of what's taking place. But we do know what's been taking place because we see it, for the last 3 years. But now we need some action, especially now leading up to this last year, where we can see a possibility of new leadership. We got to have some action right now. We cannot allow this to continue happening for another year right now with the situation that we're seeing, with the numbers that continue to increase across the border. Yeah, those numbers just continue to go up. Last month, more than 300,000 migrants encountered on the southern border. That is the most in U.S. history for a single month. Many are given court dates years down the road to get processed properly. Michael, you're an immigration lawyer. What do you see any problems with that this could be years down the road before these people are able to actually work in the country and be here legally?
So first, I want to say that my heart goes out to the good lieutenant, because it's a ginormous job for them to govern this. And we have these competing values in our country. I'm a former federal prosecutor. I used to deport bad people from the United States before I joined my father in defending people's rights to be in the United States. We have to be smart about this. We're not a nation if we don't have borders, and we are a nation of great compassion with a huge legacy where America is a safe haven. I wrote a book, Safe Haven in America, Battles to Open the Golden Door. The notion that our safety is on a hinged door, to close it against those that would cause us harm, and to open it lovingly with a sense of hospitality, not just to entrepreneurs and investors when our economy is hurting, but to those people who are those huddled masses that need some form of protection. And it's so important that we understand that this is a great national and international phenomenon. It's a political football leading up to a presidential election where both Republicans and Democrats, when they've controlled the House, the Senate, have never really done anything effective. And it's not good for my law office, our nation, or the good lieutenant if we don't have a structured system in place.
Yeah, I want to get back to the lieutenant on this, though. Texas is currently using its constitutional police powers to try and deter these illegal crossings, yet the Biden administration is now suing them for attempting to deport the migrants. The Democrats want more money for the border issue, but is money the real problem here? Or is this is the policies that are already in place? How is money going to fix this problem, Lieutenant?
Well, money is not the issue, and I'm talking from a law enforcement perspective, especially manpower. We have the manpower, we have the infrastructure, we have the technology. We just need to stem that flow of illegal crossings between ports of entry. That way it can free up Border Patrol agents. That way they can get back to the field and actually focus on those bad actors, those bad individuals that are making their way into our country. And that is our focus as a state. Our focus is to focus on those individuals that are crossing illegally that want to cause harm, the criminals, the gang members, the drugs that are coming into our borders. That is our primary focus. That's why I always say it's separate from what we're seeing right now when you see this massive flow of illegal immigration taking place and families and children. But our primary focus as a state is to focus on the criminal activity, because those are the threats to our, to national security as well as public safety. So again, going back to your question, money is not the issue. We need to have a policy in place that's going to have a more controlled effort at the border. And as Mr. Wilds mentioned as well, for his firm, is to have a more strategic structure in place so these cases can be heard. You got to think, too, there's millions right now that are waiting in the country that are trying to do it the legal way, that are paying money, that are getting attorneys, but yet now they're going to be back at the line because we continue to see this mass influx of illegal immigration. And these court cases are going to continue to build up.
Yeah, and you wonder, too, with all those people coming in, is that now going to just completely saturate the immigration lawyers and whatnot, trying to get them processed properly? it's a major problem, and we'll see what happens here with the impeachment hearings of Mayorkas next week, or this week, I should say. Thank you so much, Lieutenant. I appreciate it. Michael Wiles, appreciate you coming on as well. And great point, great insight.